The phone rang 22 times within a single hour. I know because my daughter counted every call. She thought it was a fun little game. At the time, I was about 300 miles from home, sitting on a beach blanket on Tybee Island while my son happily dug what he called a tunnel to China with a plastic shovel. Meanwhile, my mother was standing in a resort parking lot in Hilton Head, and my sister was yelling at a hotel employee who couldn't give them a room they had never actually paid for. Of course, I didn't know any of that yet. All I knew was the sound of the ocean, the sand beneath my feet, and the fact that for the first time in 4 years, I had chosen my children instead of my family's expectations. Those 22 phone calls were only the ending of the story. Let me explain how everything led to that moment. Welcome back to Calm Drama Stories. I'm Teresa, 33 years old, and I work as a bookkeeper in a small town just outside Atlanta. This is the story of how my sister convinced my mother to leave me and my children out of our annual family vacation, and what happened when they tried to pay for that vacation with money that no longer existed. If you've ever been the one who carried the financial burden while receiving nothing in return, leave a comment below. I worked for Dr. Doug Calloway at a veterinary clinic on Route 9, just past the Chevron station. I earned $47,000 a year as the clinic's bookkeeper. It wasn't an exciting job, but it wasn't bad either. I handled invoices, balanced payroll, tracked medication inventory, and made sure every number matched so Dr. Calloway could focus on caring for the animals. I was good with numbers. Numbers never lie. They never borrow money, and they never try to make you feel guilty during Thanksgiving dinner. My apartment was about 12 minutes from the clinic, 14 minutes from Lily's elementary school, and roughly 20 minutes from Jake's preschool if I caught the light on Magnolia. Lily was 8 years old. Jake was 5. Their father left when Jake was only 6 months old, and that's all that really needs to be said about him. He isn't part of this story. Every morning I woke up at 5:30. I packed 2 lunches, peanut butter and honey for Lily, turkey and cheese for Jake because he refused to eat anything with seeds. Then I drove them to school, arrived at the clinic by 7:45, picked them up from aftercare at 5:15, got home around 5:40, made dinner, gave baths, read bedtime stories, and repeated the same routine the next day. I kept a budget spreadsheet with 14 columns. I clipped coupons. I filled my gas tank on Tuesdays because the Shell station offered a 6-cent discount. Every month, I automatically transferred $150 into a travel savings account and acted like the money wasn't there. I had learned to manage money well because I didn't have another choice. But in my family, being responsible with money wasn't considered a strength. It made you a target. People don't resent someone for being broke. They resent the person who plans ahead, the one who has savings, the one who says no when everyone else expects a yes. My father understood that better than anyone. He was the only one who ever did. You already kept the lights on long enough. Now stop. Take your children to the beach, Dad. 7 short sentences. No lecture, no guilt. Just a father who understood both of his daughters and loved them differently because they were different people. I folded the letter back along its original creases and slipped it into my wallet behind my driver's license, where I'd feel it every time I reached for a card. The closet smelled like dust and old leather. I stayed there for a few minutes. I wasn't crying. I was simply breathing. Then I stood up and started packing. Tuesday evening at Walmart. Jake sat in the shopping cart while Lily walked beside me. She was already too old to ride in the cart, but not too old to sneak onto the end of it whenever she thought I wasn't paying attention. First, we looked at swimsuits. I had a budget, $40. Jake immediately spotted a pair of shark goggles, gray rubber with molded shark teeth around the lenses. Price, $5.97. That purchase was never up for discussion. Lily took a little longer. She finally held up a pink one-piece swimsuit with starfish on the shoulder straps. This one. $14. I checked the stitching. It looked well made. That one, I said. We added 2 pairs of flip-flops, a bottle of spray sunscreen, and a mesh beach bag from the clearance section. Final total, $34.97. We finished $5 under budget. Back at home, I packed everything into a duffel bag and placed it in the back of the closet behind the winter coats. It wasn't exactly hidden. It just wasn't out where anyone would notice it. My family had a habit of showing up without warning. Mom with a casserole, Denise with another request. I wasn't ready to answer questions. As I zipped the bag closed, I heard Denise's words in my head as clearly as if she were standing beside me. "Your kids aren't coming. My kids don't want them there." I stood quietly for a moment and let those words settle. They weren't a judgment. They were simply words spoken by someone who confused control with cruelty. From the bathroom, I heard Lily laughing. She had found Jake's shark goggles and was making funny faces in the mirror while Jake tried to grab them back. Half arguing, half laughing. My kids are going to the beach, I thought. Just not the beach you expected. 1 week before check-in, the family group text was still active. Me? Denise? Mom? Denise never bothered removing me. Maybe she forgot. Maybe she wanted me to see everything. During lunch at the clinic, my phone buzzed. She sent a picture of the resort pool glowing blue-green under the evening lights, then another photo showing the ocean from the balcony, then a screenshot of an upscale seafood restaurant where appetizers started at $28. Finally, another message appeared. "Mom, I booked the seafood dinner cruise too. $400. It'll go on the same card." The same card, my old debit card. I read the message twice. Then I opened my banking app. The balance in the old account still showed exactly what it had shown for months, $12.34. Denise was preparing to charge a $480 dinner cruise to an account that couldn't even pay for a full tank of gas. I closed the app, took another bite of my turkey sandwich, the same lunch I packed almost every Tuesday. I didn't respond, I didn't react to the photos, and I didn't warn her. Some lessons are only learned when the payment doesn't go through. At 2 o'clock, Dr. Calloway walked past my desk on her way to surgery. A golden retriever had swallowed a sock. She paused. "You're smiling at your phone? Good news?" I looked up. "Something like that." She smiled slightly and continued down the hallway. I put my phone back in the drawer and returned to my payroll spreadsheet. Column B still wasn't balancing. 6 minutes later, I found the mistake. Numbers could always be fixed. Family was another story. Lily was already wearing her starfish swimsuit with a towel over her shoulder, standing at the door like an eager little lifeguard waiting for the day to begin. By 1 o'clock, we were on the beach. Lily ran straight toward the waves, letting the foam wash over her ankles, laughing the way children do when the ocean feels brand new every single time. Jake dropped to his knees and immediately started digging. He was 5 years old and completely committed to whatever mission that hole was supposed to accomplish. I settled onto the blanket. The sun warmed my arms. A light breeze came off the water. Sand had already found its way into places sand never should. This is it, I thought. This is the vacation. At 2:15, my phone rang. I reached into the beach bag. "Mom." I looked at the screen. Then I looked toward Lily, already waist-deep in the water, jumping over another wave. I looked at Jake, his tongue sticking out while he focused on digging. I pressed decline. The phone rang again at 2:16. Declined. 2:17. Declined again. Jake looked up with sand across his eyebrows. "Mommy, who keeps calling?" I slipped the phone to the bottom of the beach bag and turned it face down. "Nobody important right now." "Let's go find those dolphins." He dropped the shovel and ran toward the water. I followed him. The phone continued buzzing inside the bag. The sound disappeared beneath the waves. 22 calls came in over the next hour. I didn't answer a single one. Not because I was angry, not because I wanted to prove anything. I was standing in the Atlantic Ocean, holding my son's hand while he searched for dolphins. That mattered more than anything happening in a resort parking lot 200 miles away.